am on my lunch break, and I figured what better way than to spend it than to talk to you guys about my breastfeeding journey, right? When I say this video is super duper late, but hey, better late than never, right? Okay, so some of the pros with breastfeeding is, one, I didn't have to spend money, or should I say we didn't have to spend money on formula. Formula can be expensive. You know, just like we eat 3 meals and snack and all that throughout the day, imagine a baby every 2 to 3 hours, right? So that was one great thing. I saved us, you know, buku cash when it came to formula. Another benefit, I love the antibodies, and it's just great for the baby. And then it helped me recover from my C-section, but quicker, but it just helped me heal a little bit faster. Some of the cons, this mama hated. When I say hated, I hated getting up pumping. Oh my goodness. Feeding and pumping. You have to imagine if your baby, especially if your baby cluster feeds, ooh, my child. So every 2 to 3 hours, Junior would cluster feed, or he would feed for an hour, for an hour, and then he would lay back down. And then after that, I would pump. And then after pumping, as soon as I closed my eyes, he was back up. Or as soon as I closed my eyes after finished pumping, he was back up. And it was a never-ending cycle. When I say a never-ending cycle, I could not see the light at the end of the tunnel, because you have to just imagine that I'm with this child 24/7, because my husband went back to work in 2 weeks after the baby was at home. And I had support, but I didn't have the support that I expected to have. But that's on another video. That's on my postpartum video. But I'm grateful for those that were there and that stepped in and that filled in the gap where it needed to be filled. So let me say that. But what I can say is, when he came home, I was straight out the door. I was like, here you go. I'm about to go. Be back. Just need some hormones everywhere. I'm everywhere. It's a lot. Whew. I think I probably brought home, 10 loaves of bread. I would just go to Target and just walk the aisles with my decaf cup of coffee. Thank you, Target. Anywho, back to breastfeeding. So that was the main con. And then I had to decide on whether or not I was going to do it for 6 months, or until I returned back to work, or still do it when I returned back to work. And what ended up happening is that because of the overflow of the golden milk, liquid gold, I went ahead and we had 2 deep freezers full of milk, as you can see in the video, or if the video has already played or is gonna play. As you can see, we had 2 deep freezers of milk, and then we had the freezer in the house that was full of milk. So I had to kind of decrease, because hubby was getting kind of frustrated. I was too. Had to decrease my supply, because we didn't have nowhere to put it. And I, of course, went ahead and just started decreasing my milk supply. And I was tired. We were about a year in. And then he also had 6 months worth of milk afterwards. So everything panned out and went well. And another pro, eat. Oh my God, eat. A lot of moms, and I know me, I was so worried about the snapback, but not worried about the snapback, because here's the deal. Here's the thing. You just grew a whole human. You just grew and incubated and carried a whole human. You know what I'm saying? Like, whew. That's chills in itself. With the help of God. Girl, you better eat. I mean, I ate everything inside because here's the deal. But this is the issue now. Here's the deal. The deal is eat everything in moderation, but eat everything because you're losing it through while you're breastfeeding. So if your calorie intake is 2,000, 2,500, or 1,500, eat it. Eat it because you're going to express it right out. You're going to feed it right out. You're going to feed it to your son right out or your child right out. So eat it. And then when I stopped, I kept on eating like that. So now, not now, but, you know, throughout, because these past 2 years have been a blur. When you have a child, it's a blur. Past 2 years have been a blur. But you have to get back into that mindset of, okay, I am no longer breastfeeding anymore. So therefore, my calorie intake does not need to be 3,000, 4,000 calories in one day. Or 3,000 calories in one meal. That's a negative. You know those, no, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, that's like 1,700 calories for one meal. Okay, anywho. So I said all that to say, have fun. Have fun bonding with your child. I know I had a great time. Some nights in the middle of the night, I would just be like, little boy, if you do not go to sleep, go to sleep. Eat it, go to sleep. But I look back on it now and I'm just like, I'm so grateful. Excuse me. I'm so grateful that he bonded with me, that he latched on, and that he enjoyed my liquid gold. And now don't get me wrong, there was some times where the food that I was eating while pregnant with him was fine, but then when he was out of the womb and I was breastfeeding, some of those foods irritated him. Thank God for my husband, because he would do like these little, and it was colic, it was gassy, but like beans, I couldn't eat beans while I was breastfeeding. I couldn't eat any type of dairy. I had a real strong craving for cereal. I don't eat cereal like that, but I had real strong craving for cereal when I was pregnant. And so when I would crave cereal, couldn't do that. He had a allergic reaction to that. Because everything that you eat, your baby is also eating, is intaking. So we had to kind of test out the water with different foods. And whenever I would eat these different foods, we would see if it would cause an allergic reaction, or if this is bothering him, or if he would get colicky or gassy. So that was a journey in itself as well. So I had to kind of cut back on a lot of things. So but don't be discouraged, don't be intimidated. I know a lot of times we can be so worried and fearful of, I gotta go back to work, and this hurts, and I'm not gonna do it, and I give up, and no, they gonna catch this formula, which is fine. No mom shaming whatsoever. You have to do what's best for you. You have to do what's best for your child. And if formula is what's best for your child, give that baby the formula. They gotta eat. You gotta eat. You gotta be sane. You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, all in all, I enjoyed it. Would I do it again? Maybe. Yes, I would do it again. I would want my future child to reap the benefits of being breastfed. So, you have any questions? Drop a comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. We have to start using backstock milk. So, but I've stocked up pretty good, not bad. So this is just one. And then this is another. But with his 7 to 10 feedings, he's gonna go through that in probably a month. Hold on. And then this is where we're pulling the rest of it. So, yeah. I have really been decreasing as far as pumping goes. Not that I was trying, but since returning back to work, just become hectic. So I pump like 2 times a day instead of the 5 to 6 times a day I would usually pump. So yeah, it's coming to an end. I know I was kind of counting down to March, but looks like it's gonna be dwindling sooner than that.